कोचिंग रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज यूट्यूब चैनल बाय टेस्टबुक। मेरा नाम है माधव अरोड़ा। मैं आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं आपके अगले सेशन में। दिस इज फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स फॉर 6th to 8th ऑफ मार्च। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि इस सेशन में वी डिस्कस the finance related current affairs in much detail, which are really very important for your upcoming RBI Grade B and other regulatory body exams. So without any further delay, let's begin the discussion. But before I start, may I have a reply in the comment section that yes, I am audible, visible, everything is fine. We are good to go so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay. Just give me yes sir in the comment section, everyone. If I am audible, visible, give me a thumbs up so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay. Quickly. So today we have many important news which we are going to discuss today in this particular session, and trust me guys, these news are going to be asked in your examination in phase 1 as well as phase 2. So this particular session is not only for phase 1, it will help you in phase 2 as well. It will even help you to write a good descriptive answer as well in the upcoming examination. चलिए तो बिना किसी देरी के स्टार्ट करते हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं आपको बता दूं, अगर आप चाहते हैं इस सेशन की पीडीएफ को डाउनलोड करना तो आप इस सेशन की पीडीएफ को डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं फ्रॉम द टेलीग्राम लिंक जो कि आपके सामने है। जस्ट स्कैन द कोड, ज्वाइन द सेशन, और आई वुड से ज्वाइन द टेलीग्राम चैनल एंड यू कैन download the PDF from the same. Okay, so I hope we are good to go. Chaliye, let's begin the discussion with the first news. So the first news is really very important. It is important with respect to your phase 1 as well as phase 2 examination. तो news क्या है वहां से start करते हैं. We begin the discussion from the beginning itself. The news says, please pay attention, Digital Payment Awareness Week 2025. So we know that very well that in the past India has performed really very well in the digital payment segment, and India has become the world's largest nation in terms of number of digital transactions. और अगर मैं इसमें ऐड करूं तो वर्ल्ड में जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स हो रही है उसका 40%, आई मीन टोटल डिजिटल ट्रांजेक्शन्स इन द वर्ल्ड, आउट ऑफ द टोटल digital transactions, 40% digital transactions are conducted in India itself. On the second rank, obviously, we have China, but our number of digital transactions or digital payments is 3 times the number of digital payments done in China itself. Now, in the same context, if I begin my discussion, so recently, Governor of RBI, I hope you all know that the newly appointed Governor of RBI, this 26th Governor of RBI, the name is Sanjay Malhotra ji. So Sanjay Malhotra ji has inaugurated with what? Sir, he has inaugurated 5th. This is very important. He has inaugurated the 5th Digital Payment Awareness Week. So this is not the first time that RBI is celebrating this particular week. This week is being celebrated for the 5th time. So RBI Governor has recently announced, or I would say recently inaugurated what? Sir, he has recently inaugurated the 5th Digital Awareness Week. So if I talk about this Digital Awareness Week, or I would say Digital Payment Awareness Week, ये एक तरह से इनिशिएटिव लिया गया by RBI in order to make the public aware regarding the benefits of using digital payments. कैसा डिजिटल पेमेंट क्यों सेफ है, क्यों आपको यूज करना चाहिए, क्यों आपको फॉलो करना चाहिए, फॉर एन नंबर ऑफ बेनिफिट्स. और उसके साथ साथ डिजिटल पेमेंट अवेयरनेस वीक विल हेल्प टू क्रिएट द अवेयरनेस अबाउट द सेफ यूसेज ऑफ द डिजिटल पेमेंट प्रोडक्ट्स. पहली चीज तो ये, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं इंडिया में जो कि डिजिटल पेमेंट्स को आज भी इग्नोर कर रहे हैं जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न, सेफ्टी कंसर्न्स. और बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्हें डिजिटल पेमेंट्स की निटिग्रिटीज को अभी भी उतनी डिटेल में नहीं पता, जिसकी वजह से स्कैम्स, फ्रॉड्स on day-to-day basis report किए जा रहे हैं. So in order to target both the segments, one who are afraid that we should not use digital payments because they are not safe, and secondly those who are using digital payments without knowing the safety measures they need to take, both the class of public, both the section of public is going to be targeted under this particular celebration. So during this week, not only RBI, along with RBI we have the payment banks, we have small finance banks, we have scheduled commercial banks, NBFCs, and many other stakeholders. They are going to join this campaign. They are going to become the part of this multimedia campaign in order to make Digital Payment Awareness Week a successful event where the public should get the adequate awareness they need. Now the question is, so what kind of question can be asked in the examination? अगर मैं examination point of view से कहूँ, this is very important. This time RBI has launched 5th Digital Payment Awareness Week. Direct question can be asked from this particular point itself. Moving to the next slide, जहां पर 2 questions और बनने की उम्मीद है from the same news. The next is, सर डिजिटल पेमेंट अवेयरनेस वीक जो है इसे ऑब्जर्व किया जाएगा फ्रॉम विच डेट? सर इट विल बी ऑब्जर्व फ्रॉम 10th to 16th ऑफ मार्च, यानी कि कल से ये वीक स्टार्ट किया गया. फ्रॉम 10th to 16th ऑफ मार्च दिस वीक इज गोइंग टू बी सेलिब्रेटेड, दिस वीक इज गोइंग टू बी ऑब्जर्व्ड. एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट दिस मिशन, सर इस मिशन के तहत हर पेमेंट, व्हाट इज द मिशन, और आई वुड से Digital Payment Awareness Week is implemented under a mission. And what is that mission? So mission is Har Payment Digital. Har Payment Digital is the mission of Digital Payment Awareness Week. And what is the theme for the current year? So the theme for the current year is India Pays Digitally. Again, phase 1 respective say, it is really very important. Phase 1 respective say, this data is really very important. This is also relevant. Direct question can be asked in the phase 1 examination. ये जो theme है, that is India Pays Digitally, ये reflect कर रहा है the transformative scenario of the Indian economy where India is transforming itself towards the digital currency, towards the digital payments, and in order to boost that particular segment of the economy, this is one of the initiative. अब यहाँ पर एक important point आपके साथ discuss करना चाहूँगा, वो क्या? अगर मान लेते हैं कि फेज 2 में डिस्क्रिप्टिव में आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए एंड द क्वेश्चन कैन बी फॉर श्योर, व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव्स टेकन बाय आरबीआई, व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव्स टेकन बाय आरबीआई टू प्रमोट digital payments in the country. So if this question is asked that what are the initiatives taken by RBI to promote digital payments in the country, under this particular question you can for sure include Digital Payment Awareness Week. You can for sure include the index, that is Digital Payment Index. You can even include Financial Inclusion Index. Then you can take up a number of other initiatives which have been taken by RBI. तो यहाँ पे समझना ये है कि जब आरबीआई में या किसी भी एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन डिजिटल पेमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स पे पूछा जाए तो इनिशिएटिव्स को मेंशन करने के साथ साथ ये जो इंडिसेस हैं या फिर ये जो आप कह सकते हैं कि ये जो स्टेप्स हैं जो आरबीआई द्वारा या गवर्नमेंट द्वारा लिए जाते हैं इन ऑर्डर टू प्रमोट द सेम सेगमेंट, उस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट को मेंशन करना भी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपको याद हो शायद लास्ट टू लास्ट सेशन में हमने एक और बात की थी, दैट इज Digital Literacy Week, if you remember. So that is again one of the initiative taken by RBI in order to promote digital payments in the country. इसके तहत एक active competition का भी call किया गया where you can come up with Har Payment Digital short video. Even you can come up with Har Payment Digital comic strip contest. तो उसके लिए RBI ने this announcement has been done, and under this it has been very clearly mentioned that the prizes will be given for each contest. It is just to include more and more public का जो involvement है वो बढ़ाए, और अगर public का involvement बढ़ता then only this kind of initiative, this kind of event can be commented, can be termed as a successful event. Is it clear everyone? Is it clear? तो अगर आपसे यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा तो 3 क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं. पहला, कौन सा एडिशन है? सर दिस इज द 5th एडिशन. दूसरा पॉइंट जो यहाँ पे पूछा जा सकता है दैट इज द डेट्स 10th to 16th of March. Mission Har Payment Digital. Most important is theme, that is India Pays Digitally. This is not the only part. You also remember Digital Literacy Week जिसके बारे में हमने बात की थी, फरवरी में इसे सेलिब्रेट किया गया. Then we have Digital Payment Index, we have Financial Inclusion Index, we have many other indices which are presented by RBI जिसकी मदद से RBI पब्लिक तक ये इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाता है कि what is the status of digital payments in the country. Is it clear everyone? I hope if a question is asked in phase 1 or phase 2, you will be in a position to answer the questions related to the given topic. Moving on to the second news. ये जो second news है, it may sound कि सर क्या ये RBI point of view से important है या नहीं, तो मेरा आंसर है बिल्कुल important है. उसका रीजन क्या? देखो, हर न्यूज की जो इंपॉर्टेंस है that is related to the current scenario of the economy. So if I talk about the current scenario of the economy, in the recent budget, none other than Finance Minister of India, we all know her name, that is Nirmala Sitharaman ji. She has announced that India's insurance sector India's insurance sector will witness a boom in terms of investment. Why we are expecting that India's insurance sector will witness a boom in the near future? So the investment boom is going to be witnessed because in the insurance sector, FDI limits have been revised. Earlier, the FDI limits for insurance sector was 74%. Now it has been increased to 100%. The announcement has been made in the budget. We are waiting for the final approvals, but yes, announcement has been made that yes, in India, foreign direct investment in the insurance sector will be 100%. अब अगर insurance sector में FDI 100% होगा, तो undoubtedly this will attract more of the foreign investors to invest in the country. And if we are expecting increase in investment in the insurance sector of the country, that means insurance sector is something which is in limelight these days. If it is in limelight these days, then related to insurance sector, अगर कोई भी news, कोई भी report present होती है, then we have to go with that particular report for sure. I hope आपको समझ आया होगा what is the reason, on what context I have shortlisted this particular news. Otherwise, ये जो news है, ये first hand पे banking exams के लिए ज़्यादा important है. But why it is important this time for RBI? Because of the latest announcement which has been done in the budget. अब इसको आगे बढ़ते हैं. What is the news? So there is a UK based company. एक UK based company with its headquarters in London, that is Brand Finance, and Brand Finance is basically a company which comes up with the ranking, which comes up with the brand valuation of different organizations, especially the financial organizations. तो जो हमारी financial institutes हैं, financial organizations हैं all over the globe, उनके valuation को चेक किया जाता है, उन्हें वैल्यूएट किया जाता है. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर वैल्यूएशन द रैंकिंग हैज बीन गिवन. रैंकिंग इज गिवन बाय ब्रांड फाइनेंस ऑन रेगुलर बेसिस. अब उसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे, उसी लाइंस पे रिसेंटली एक रिपोर्ट आई है एंड द रिपोर्ट हैज बीन प्रेजेंटेड बाय ब्रांड फाइनेंस, और ब्रांड फाइनेंस हैज रिपोर्टेड द टॉप 100 इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज ऑफ द कंट्री. Brand Finance has reported top in 100 insurance companies of the country, of the world, sorry. And in this particular ranking, जो सबसे important point है, which I expect that it can be asked in the examination and even it can be used while writing a good descriptive answer, is the report highlights that the top 100 insurance brands of the world, top 100 insurance brands of the world, they have witnessed a 9% increase in the brand value in 2025. देखो, एक तरफ we have war situation, on the other side we have tax war situation which is going on, and keeping in mind the current situation, whether it is geopolitical tension or it is related to the tariff war which is going on, I'll say which is going on with US and the entire world. So one party is US and the other party is the entire world. इन सारे structures में, इन सारी situations में, इन सारे formats पर भी अगर ये point है कि आपकी जो companies है, their value is increasing, that means yes, it is one of the potential sector of the economy. तो insurance sector is one of the potential sector of the economy, और अगर ये एक potential sector of the economy है, तो उस वजह से ये न्यूज और ज्यादा हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. अब क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि सर रिसेंटली जो टॉप 100 इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज की लिस्ट प्रोवाइड की गई है बाय ब्रांड फाइनेंस, दिस लिस्ट इज बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट ऑल फैक्टर्स? So this list is based on the factors such as better underwriting performance, that how well the company is performing. Second point is higher investment income. Higher investment income means the investors, they are investing in a company and their return on investment is high. मतलब आज अगर मैंने 10 लाख रुपए एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट किए तो फॉर श्योर उस पे जो रिटर्न है दैट इज हाई इन कंपैरिजन टू द अदर इन्वेस्टमेंट वेन्यूज व्हिच आई हैव फॉर मी. द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज राइजिंग इंटरेस्ट रेट्स. So the interest rates are increasing, and due to the increase in interest rate, our dependency, our demand for the insurance companies increase. And the last point is improved profitability. So these are some of the factors which have led to the increase in valuation of the insurance companies. तो जो आपकी top 100 insurance brands of the world, they have witnessed 9% increase in their brand value in 2025 because of better performance, higher investment income, rising interest rate in the market, and improved profitability. ये जो ब्रांड फाइनेंस ने रिपोर्ट दी है, दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट दिस रिपोर्ट हैज बीन गिवन. इट्स एन एनुअल रिपोर्ट. इट इज प्रेजेंटेड ऑन एनुअल बेसिस बाय द ब्रांड फाइनेंस, लंदन यूके बेस्ड कंपनी, एंड द रैंकिंग इज डन इन टू फॉर्म्स. दो तरह की रैंकिंग दी गई है. फर्स्ट रैंकिंग इज ऑफ मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज, and second is the strongest insurance brands. So we have most valuable insurance brands on one side, and on the other side we have the ranking of the strongest insurance brands of the world. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर ये जो आप डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, क्या इसमें कोई इंडिया की कंपनी इंक्लूडेड है? ऑब्वियसली गाइस, इंडियन कंपनी इज इंक्लूडेड, एंड दैट इज द रीजन आई एम फोकसिंग मच ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज, बिकॉज अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन. सो कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड, लेट्स quickly jump. So after this first point jahan se question banega 9% growth in the total brand value of the world's top 100 insurance brand, the next point is important, that on the basis of ranking, that is strongest brand, if I talk about the strongest brand and if I talk about the strongest insurance brands in the world, top 5 brands include one of the Indian brand, and that is LIC. So LIC is the third strongest insurance brand in the world with a score 88.0. But on the other side, we have Poland based company with the first rank, China Life Insurance on the second rank, but most importantly, we need to remember Life Insurance Corporation of India is on the third rank in terms of strongest insurance brands in the world. Moving on to the next point. What does the next point say? Moving on to the next point, guys, please pay attention. Agla jo point hai, that is on the basis of brand valuation. If I talk about the insurance brand ranking on the basis of their market valuation, on the first rank we have we have Chinese company on the first rank, on second we have German company, and on the third we have France. If you can remember top 3, it's up to you. If you cannot, leave it. If you can remember top 3 over here, it's up to you. If you cannot, leave it. लेकिन चाहकर भी ना चाहकर भी आप इसे नहीं भूल सकते कि ब्रांड फाइनेंस द्वारा जो इंश्योरेंस 100 रैंकिंग दी गई है, which has included the top 100 insurance brands of the world. In that particular ranking, Indian life insurance company is on the third rank in terms of strongest insurance brands. Is it clear everyone? समझ आ गया यहां तक? इसमें 2-3 चीजें हैं जो मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा, स्पेशली रिलेटेड टू LIC, बिकॉज व्हाट आई एक्सपेक्ट इज, ऐसी जो न्यूज आती है ना, ऐसी न्यूज को RBI जनरली इंक्लूड इन द फेज 2 एग्जामिनेशन, और उसमें इंक्लूड करता है RBI विद द हेल्प ऑफ और इन दी पैराग्राफ फॉर्म. तो आपने देखा होगा कि RBI comes up with a paragraph and then RBI asks 3 or 4 questions on the same paragraph, and obviously I'm not talking about the reading comprehension. ऐसा नहीं है कि उस पैराग्राफ में उन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर है. नो, द पैराग्राफ इज जस्ट गिवन एज अ रेफरेंस पॉइंट कि हम किस रेफरेंस पॉइंट में आपके साथ अगले 4 या 3 या 2 क्वेश्चंस पूछने वाले हैं. तो अगर RBI ने एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट दिया रिलेटेड टू ब्रांड फाइनेंस इंश्योरेंस 100, और उस रेफरेंस पॉइंट के बेसिस पर इफ RBI wants to target the current situation, the current status of LIC, then you need to see this. Life Insurance Corporation of India, which is headquartered in Mumbai, Maharashtra, has been ranked 3rd among the world's strongest insurance brand, achieving brand strength index score of 88 out of 100, which is a good score. In terms of overall brand value, so in terms of overall what? Sir, in terms of overall brand value, LIC is on what position? Sir, LIC is on the 12th position. So these two ranks are really very important. 3rd with respect to the strength, that is strongest brand, and 12th with respect to the valuation, we have none other than government owned and India's largest life insurance company. ठीक है जी, क्लियर हो गया. अगला पॉइंट है कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट्स रिलेटेड टू LIC which can be asked in the examination indirectly or directly. The first point is LIC's net profit has increased by 16%. LIC का जो net profit है, it has increased by 16% in the latest financial year, और जो employee compensation है और welfare expenses है, they have been dropped. तो LIC has dropped its employee compensation and welfare expense by 30%, due to which LIC has recorded a profit of 16%, which is important. Market capitalization of leading insurance brand has increased, driven by rising demand for the insurance sector. तो ये जो brand valuation increase हुई है LIC की, that is all because of increase in demand on the इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर, ऑन द इंश्योरेंस सर्विसेज. इसके अलावा और क्या पॉइंट्स हैं जो आपको याद रखने हैं सर? इसके अलावा आपको दो तीन चीजें और याद रखनी है. वो क्या? गवर्नमेंट ओन्ड एक और इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है एंड दैट इज स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया लाइफ इंश्योरेंस. स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया लाइफ इंश्योरेंस हैज बीन रैंक्ड 76th on the list of most valuable insurance brands in the Brand Finance Insurance 100 report, जो कि मैंने आपको अभी स्टार्टिंग में रेफर किया था कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हैज अनाउंस्ड दैट इंडिया विल विटनेस 100% इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर FDI. दैट मीन्स इफ अ फॉरेन कंपनी wants to invest in India and they want to invest in the insurance companies, then they can invest for sure. And now the investment limit has been increased to what value? So the investment limit has been increased to 100% value. लेकिन यहाँ पर एक catch है, एक important point है which I would like to discuss with you. Before that, sir, under the new tax regime, Parmeshwar has asked a question, guys. Let's read out his question. Sir, under the new tax regime, payment of insurance premium is not allowable under Section 80C nor Mediclaim. Okay, then how insurance companies get business if there is no tax benefit? परमेश्वर, आप शायद थोड़ा सा मिस कर रहे हैं कि जो आपका नया टैक्स रिजीम है उस पे गवर्नमेंट आपको टैक्स बेनिफिट भी दे रही है अप टिल 12 लाख रुपीस ऑफ इनकम. लेकिन अगर हम ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम की बात करें जहां पे सेक्शन 80C या सेक्शन 80D के तहत आपको इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम पर बेनिफिट्स मिलते थे, इन दैट पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो जो आपकी आई वुड से दी वैल्यू ऑफ इनकम थी, जहां पर टैक्स चार्ज नहीं होता था या फिर जीरो टैक्स चार्ज होता था, दैट इज वे लो इन कंपैरिजन टू 12 लाख. तो आपने या तो 12 लाख इनकम बढ़ा दी या फिर दूसरी तरफ आपने क्या किया कि जो टैक्स चार्ज कर रही है इनकम, उस नॉन टैक्सेबल इनकम को 5 लाख रखा और उसमें आपको एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स दे दिया और उन एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स का रिबेट लेने के बाद then the tax value is calculated. But on the other side, rather than giving you any kind of expenditure benefit, they are giving you a huge benefit in terms of your overall income. तो सरकार ने दोनों में से कुछ एक करना था, तो मैंने आपको बताया कि गवर्नमेंट has done with this. Is it clear everyone? I hope आपको समझ आया होगा what is the point Parmeshwar has highlighted to us. Parmeshwar is saying कि सर अगर आपने 12 लाख वाला फंडा इंट्रोड्यूस किया और उसके बाद आपने टैक्स बेनिफिट्स देने बंद कर दिए, तो आपको नहीं लगता कि इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज का बिजनेस स्लो डाउन होगा? आई डोंट थिंक दैट, क्योंकि वो जो 12 लाख वाला बेनिफिट है दैट इज वे हाई इन कंपैरिजन टू द अर्लियर बेनिफिट, जहां पे हमें ये रिबेट्स, ये बेनिफिट्स दिए जाते थे. तो इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग. इसलिए अगर आपने नोटिस किया हो तो इंडिविजुअल हैविंग इनकम अराउंड 12 lakh will be going with the new tax regime, but the individual having income more than 12 lakhs will be going with the older regime only, because tax benefit older regime पे आज भी ज्यादा रहेंगे for the individuals who are earning income more than 15-20 lakhs as per the calculations which have been done. Is it clear? Everyone? Shall I move ahead? Point समझ आ गया, सारी न्यूज समझ आ गई. हाँ, एक पॉइंट जो मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करने वाला था कि सर यहाँ पे कंडीशन है. वो कंडीशन क्या कि ये जो इंक्रीज FDI लिमिट है ना, ये अप्लाई होगी ओनली टू दोज कंपनीज दैट री इन्वेस्ट एंटायर प्रीमियम कलेक्टेड विद इन इंडिया. तो इसमें ये कहा गया कि सर अगर आप एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है एंड यू आर रिसीविंग प्रीमियम फ्रॉम द यू आर रिसीविंग प्रीमियम फ्रॉम द इंडिविजुअल हु इज एंजॉइंग द सर्विसेज, बट जो प्रीमियम आप रिसीव करेंगे दैट प्रीमियम नीड टू बी इन्वेस्टेड इन इंडिया इटसेल्फ. That premium is need to be invested in India itself, but that is the only condition. लेकिन अब हम कह सकते हैं कि yes, in India, insurance sector will witness 100% FDI, which has been announced by the Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji in the current budget itself. Is it clear, Parmeshwar? I hope your doubt has been answered. Do reply in the comment section. Moving on to the next news. देखो, अब क्वेश्चन आता है कि ये जो न्यूज है, Why this news is important? अब इस न्यूज को इंक्लूड करने के पीछे का लॉजिक कुछ और है. इस न्यूज को इंक्लूड करने का लॉजिक है ये मिसिंग मिडल. हैव यू हर्ड दिस टर्म? हमने बहुत बार सुना है पावर विमेन, women empowering. We have listened that we should try our level best to eradicate poverty in the country. लेकिन we always talk about one condition. वो condition क्या है कि यार मिडिल मैन के बारे में कौन सोच रहा है? बहुत सारी ऐसी हम कह सकते हैं बहुत सारे ऐसे हाउस होल्ड हैं आपकी कंट्री में विच आर एलिजिबल, विच आर कैपेबल टू रिसीव द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स एंड गवर्नमेंट वेलफेयर फंड्स, बट दे आर नॉट रिसीविंग इट. तो उन्हें क्या नाम दिया गया? सो दे हैव बीन नेम्ड एज मिसिंग मिडिल. अगर आपको ये पॉइंट नहीं पता तो मैं इसी पॉइंट पे सीधा जंप करूंगा. ये जो टर्म है मिसिंग मिडिल, ये मिसिंग मिडिल टर्म किसने इंट्रोड्यूस की थी? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सब मिसिंग मिडिल टर्म वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय नीति आयोग. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीति आयोग रिपोर्ट, जो रिपोर्ट प्रेजेंट हुई थी अक्टूबर 2021 में, मिसिंग मिडिल रेफर्स टू द 40 करोड़ इंडियंस. इट रेफर्स टू द 40 करोड़ इंडियंस who earn too much to qualify for government health schemes but too little to afford private health insurance. समझ आया ये पॉइंट? समझ आया ये पॉइंट? ये बहुत ब्यूटीफुली नीति आयोग ने एक्सप्लेन किया है. नीति आयोग सेज कि सर who we call the missing middle. So missing middle वो पॉपुलेशन है आपकी कंट्री की. मिसिंग मिडिल वो पॉपुलेशन है आपकी कंट्री की जो पॉपुलेशन ज्यादा कमा रही है. अगर हम उनके इनकम की बात करें, देयर इनकम इज मोर देन द बेंचमार्क. जो बेंचमार्क गवर्नमेंट ने सेट किया है कि अगर आपकी इनकम इतनी या उससे कम होगी, देन वी विल प्रोवाइड यू विद द गवर्नमेंट इंश्योरेंस स्कीम बेनिफिट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल वी हैव प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. तो उस पॉपुलेशन की इनकम उस गवर्नमेंट स्कीम को एंजॉय करने का जो बेंचमार्क है उससे तो ज्यादा है, लेकिन उनकी इनकम इतनी ज्यादा नहीं है कि वो प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज को क्या कर पाए, अफोर्ड कर पाए. एंड दैट पॉपुलेशन इज टर्म्ड एज मिसिंग मिडिल. तो अगली बार अगर आपसे कोई पूछे व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय द वर्ड मिसिंग मिडिल, देन द आंसर इज नीति आयोग हैज स्टेटेड और एक्सप्लेन्ड द टर्म मिसिंग मिडिल व्हिच इंक्लूड अराउंड 40 crore Indians who earn more, due to which they are not eligible for the government schemes, but they earn not much so that they can afford the private benefits of different services. Is it clear? कुछ नया सीखने को मिला. आई होप दिस टर्म वॉज नॉट एवर हर्ड फ्रॉम योर साइड. आपने कभी इसे सुना नहीं होगा, आज शायद पहली बार आपने सुना होगा व्हाट इज मिसिंग मिडिल. तो यहां से एक डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन बन सकता है. इसी वजह से ये मिसिंग मिडिल टर्म की वजह से ये न्यूज आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. और ये न्यूज क्या कहती है? नीवा बूपा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, जिसे पहले हम मैक्स बूपा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी कहते थे, इट हैज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड राइस. What is this RISE? So RISE is basically a health insurance plan to address the healthcare needs of the India's missing middle. और ये जो इंश्योरेंस फैसिलिटी या आप कहें कि इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी या इंश्योरेंस बेनिफिट या इंश्योरेंस प्लान जो इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है बाय मैक्स बूपा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, इट अलाइंस with the IRDAI, that is the regulator of insurance sector, which stands for Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India's vision of insurance for all 2047. So एक और क्वेश्चन यहां पे बनेगा, sir, India is going to be a developed nation by which year? Answer is 2047. So India is going to become high earning or high income country by which year? Then the answer is again 2047. So India will witness insurance for all. That means Indian population, 100% Indian population will be covered under the insurance services by which year? So the answer is again 2047. तो ये 2047 is really very important year to remember. अगर आपको याद हो, recently एक report आई थी that India will become a high or India will fall in the category of high income country by 2047, and it has been reported that India's GDP will increase approximately around $35 trillion by 2047, and then India will be termed as developed nation. उसके साथ साथ एक और important point है. What is that important point? The important point is India will witness 100% insurance service coverage to its citizens by 2047. यानी हर एक इंडिया का सिटीजन जो होगा that will be covered under different insurance services by which year? Then my answer to this particular question is 2047. ठीक है. अगला पॉइंट यहाँ पे कुछ बेनिफिट्स है स्कीम के, आई हैव जस्ट मेंशन इट फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. पढ़ लेना ताकि ये टर्म राइज याद रहे, बट डू नॉट रिमेंबर इट. व्हाट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, दिस स्लाइड इज इंपॉर्टेंट एंड आफ्टर दैट दिस स्लाइड इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ओनली 2 slides are important from this particular news. Now moving on to the most important question, or I would say the favorite question of the examiner, and the favorite question of the examiner is in every examination, that is GDP growth estimates. So if I talk about the latest GDP growth estimates, ICRA, which is one of the leading credit rating agency of the nation, I hope you all know that. What is a credit rating agency? Credit rating agency is basically a financial institute. It is basically if I talk about journey of mine, just wait. I will be answering your question in the end. I hope it's fine with you. I will be answering. I will be taking your doubt in the end. Don't worry. Coming back to the point. So the point is ICRA is one of the leading credit rating agency of the country. What do you understand by the word credit rating agency? See, credit rating agency is a financial institute which is responsible to rate, the company, which is responsible to rate the entity. Not only entity means individual, firm, company. So I'm talking about CRA, credit rating agencies. They rate entities, they rate nations, or you can say they rate countries as well as they rate instruments. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर आप किसी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, या फिर आप किसी कंट्री में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, या फिर आप किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट में भी इक्विटी शेयर, डेट इंस्ट्रूमेंट में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, सो बिफोर इन्वेस्टिंग in these instruments, country or company, you must check the credit rating provided or credit rating for the respective entity, and this credit rating is basically given in a grading system. Grading system का मतलब क्या हुआ? अगर आपको याद हो, स्कूल में आपको A grade, B grade, O grade मिलता था, बिल्कुल उसी तरह, बिल्कुल on similar grounds, companies are rated in India, and in India we have ICRA, which is one of the leading credit rating agency of the country. We have CRISIL, again one of the important credit rating agency of the country, and they rate the companies in this manner. AAA means the company or the country is doing really very well. You must invest in this particular company or instrument to earn good profits. As we move down, risk increases. As we move down, risk increases, and if we enter into this ranking, for example, D ranking basically means the company has been declared as default. So this is what we call it as credit rating. So ICRA is one of the important credit rating agency, and it has released its GDP estimates for the financial year 2026. Now, if I talk about this particular news, so the report has been presented by ICRA, and in this particular report, ICRA has estimated that Indian economy will grow at a rate of 6.5% in financial year 2025-26, where our economic survey says that Indian economy will grow in a range of 6.3 to 6.8%. This is according to the India's economic survey. Compared to the current financial year, so for the current financial year, according to ICRA, Indian economy is going to grow by 6.3%. Most important point is India's GDP is projected to grow at an average, this is very important, at an average of 6.7% from 2025 to 2031. So that 3 rates are important for you. पहला important rate है कि current financial year 2024-25 GDP growth rate कितना रहेगा? 6.3%. Upcoming financial year के लिए कितना projected है? So that is 6.5%. And what is the average growth rate projected for next 5 years from 2025 to 2031? That is 6.7%. So these are the rates which have been announced by ICRA, and remember, these rates are really very important, and direct question will be asked in the examination. अब question को थोड़ा change करते हैं. The question says, let's go in a different manner. अगर आपके पास descriptive question आ जाए that India's GDP growth estimates are increasing and we are witnessing promising projections for the upcoming decade, according to you, what are the reasons? Are you getting my point? Question is बड़ा very simple कि इंडिया का जो GDP growth rate है वो काफी promising है for the next 10 years. According to you, what are the reasons due to which we say or we expect that India's GDP is going to grow at this rate? Then you must include few points. The first point which you must include is, sir, recently government has announced the tax benefits, and if government has announced the tax benefits, undoubtedly this will result in increase in consumption, and increase in consumption will result in increase in GDP, increase in output. This is the first thing which you need to include in your answer. Second thing which you need to include in your answer is, sir, that is the government infrastructure plans, government infrastructure development plans. If you have witnessed in the past 5 years, government has invested immensely in the infrastructure sector. If you talk about National Infrastructure Investment Plan, you talk about n number of other initiatives which have been taken. So that infrastructure development is going to push the economy to new heights, and that will result in increase in GDP. अब आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे कि सर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप होने से how you can say that GDP can increase? Any idea, guys? Any idea? किसी ने कभी सोचा? आपको एक statement बताता हूँ. Once a question was asked, or once a statement was presented in front of US president, and the statement says, US is developed, therefore US is having good roads. I repeat, US is developed, therefore US is having good roads, or US is having a good road network. When this statement was presented in front of the president of US, he said, no, you're going in the wrong direction. US is developed. US is developed due to the developed roads. समझ आई ये बात कि आज US developed nation है. US is a developed nation because of the road network, because of the transportation network, because of the communication network. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि US डेवलप्ड नेशन है, इसलिए उसका रोड नेटवर्क स्ट्रांग है? नहीं सर, उसका रोड नेटवर्क स्ट्रांग था, जिसकी वजह से यूएस क्या हुआ, डेवलप हुआ. एंड कीपिंग द सेम आई, Indian investors, Indian government, Indian economy is trying its level best to boost the infrastructure sector so that our GDP can increase. The next point is, sir, the next point which can be a reason for GDP growth, the next reason will be tax benefit, government infrastructure development plan, increased government expenditure on manufacturing sector in terms of schemes, in terms of funds, in terms of credit facility to the manufacturing sectors. This is boosting the production sector of the nation. The best example is production incentive scheme. So these are three major areas which you need to target if this question is asked to you, that why we are expecting huge GDP growth estimates for the upcoming 10 years. Now, coming back to the point, ICRA has mentioned in its report, the report has said that yes, India is going to experience good GDP growth rate because of increase in capital expenditure. What is capital expenditure? The expenditure done by the government on infrastructure, or I would say the expenditure done by the government which will impact government's asset as well as liability. So if government is making an expenditure on infrastructure, government is trying to increase its asset value. So capital expenditure is not solely but majorly invested on development of infrastructure. So capital expenditure deployment by government of India and state government will play a vital role in supporting the India's GDP growth for financial year 2025-26. The report has highlighted that 17% increase. It has highlighted that 17% increase in government of India's effective capital expenditure. This is very important. 17% increase in the government of India's effective capital expenditure in financial year 2025-26 budget estimate, and increase in allocation towards the 50 years interest-free capital expenditure loan to the state government will become one of the major reason to boost India's infrastructure sector. Got it, guys? Clear? So I hope this point is absolutely clear to you. There is no problem. So these were some of the important discussions which have to be done in this particular session. In the next session, we will be discussing, I have already framed Three news for the next session. So in the next session, we will be discussing two important notifications of RBI and one of the important circular issued by SEBI, which is going to help you a lot in your upcoming examination. Last but not the least, a quick revision for which I have included the last slide. The last slide has been included just to remember you. In the previous session, we discussed RBI has appointed new executive director. Do remember his name, Dr. Ajit Ratnagar Joshi. This is again a potential question for your upcoming examination. Got it, guys? So I hope all the points are clear. Okay, you all are replying related to the GDP growth estimates of the country. Let me discuss some more points then. So first is why India is witnessing high GDP growth rate, that is tax benefits, which will increase your disposable income, that will increase your consumption, demand and output. Next point which is important is a government expenditure or government schemes targeting the manufacturing sector, because India is an economy which jumped directly from agrarian economy to service economy. We have missed the development of manufacturing sector. So government is trying its level best to develop the manufacturing sector. Along with this, we can include a very important factor, that is demographic dividend, which means India's mean age is pretty young. It is around 29. So if India has a young population, India has a huge population in the working age group, this will support India's economic activity. It will boost India's economic activity. That will increase the nation's GDP. On the other side, sir, export sector development, which have been done in the past, dependency of foreign nations, which has increased on India with respect to goods as well as services, is another factor. And the most important factor is infrastructure development in the country. These are some of the most important factors which you need to include. If a question is asked in 10 marker format, these are the 5 points which you need to mention, and if you can articulate these 5 points pretty well along with data and facts related to all these 5 points, then you will be in a position to score pretty well in the examination itself. Guys, I need a suggestion from you all, and the suggestion is, should I start a series? Should I include one more initiative in this session, that on regular basis I will be coming up with one of the expected descriptive question from the current affairs along with the structure of that answer, and even I'll provide you the sample answer for the same. I hope you are going to enjoy that. I hope you will use or you will need that particular initiative. If you want that, you can please let me know in the comment section. I will be including that as well from my next session onwards. So मैं बता दूं, मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि अगली क्लास से लास्ट में मैं आपके सामने एक क्वेश्चन प्रेजेंट करूंगा जो कि आरबीआई के या किसी भी रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज के डिस्क्रिप्टिव सेक्शन में पूछा जा सकता है, और वो क्वेश्चन फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स रिलेटेड होगा. फिर उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर हम कैसे लिखेंगे, व्हाट शुड बी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ दैट आंसर, विल डिस्कस दैट. And after few days, when you have practiced, when you have typed the answer for that, I will be giving you the sample answer as well. तो इससे होगा क्या कि अगर हम हर वीक 3 descriptive questions related to current affairs discuss कर रहे हैं, then before your examination you will have roughly around 80 to 90 questions from finance current affairs itself, which can be asked in a descriptive format. And if you have their sample answers as well, I'm pretty sure you will be in a position to answer the questions in the examination as well. Okay, so from next class onwards, we will be taking up this initiative as well. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Don't forget to like the session before leaving. Do share the session with your friends so that more and more students can join us live from the upcoming sessions as well. And do not forget to subscribe the Telegram channel in order to download the PDF of the same. Before I leave, I have one more point to discuss with you all, and the point is, guys, do give your suggestions that what else you want me to include in this particular session itself. So I will be looking forward for your suggestions in the comment section. One is that I have announced that I will be including a descriptive question discussion based on finance current affairs from next class onwards. If you want something else, you can please write down in the comment section, and I'll appreciate your suggestion. I'll appreciate your input regarding the suggestions, and I'll try my level best to include it as soon as possible in the sessions itself. If you have any doubt, you may ask, please. So here all RBI notifications, SEBI notification, press release, all will be covered. 20 marks, this class will be useful. Yes, I have almost 11 long years of experience in terms of teaching, but from past 5 years almost, I have been taking the finance current affairs, and trust me, the news, the areas, the way we are going to discuss on our daily basis, in the daily classes, that will help you a lot. तो टेंशन मत लो. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि you should be in a position to answer most of the finance current affair based question in the examination, then this is the one stop solution, जहाँ पे हम RBI के सारे notification, सारे press release discuss करते हैं, and even we discuss the major press release, major notifications of SEBI as well. Major press release of SEBI as well. ठीक है जी, clear है? Any other doubt, guys? Weekly PDF, okay. Okay, that will be discussed in the paid session itself, Bhavya, don't worry. So, but in the upcoming time, export sector will take a hit. Export sector will take a hit in terms of US tariffs as well as European market issues. But along with that, India's service sector is booming, especially the exports in the service sector is booming. The way situation is going on with US, Canada, this situation may reflect in the India-US relationships as well. No more comments as of now. Let's wait and watch. But I think that is going to happen. Okay, so you are expert in this domain. I'm updating. Thank you so much. Thank you, Parmeshwar, for your feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, exactly, much needed initiative. Done. Chandrasekhar, that will be done. Okay, guys, I think that will be all. Do not forget to hit the like button before leaving. Do share the session, and I'll catch you all in the next session itself, which will be on Thursday, same time, 5:15 p.m. And tomorrow you have your PIB session by none other than Manish Sir at 5 p.m. Do join that session as well. Good luck, guys. Bye-bye. God bless you all. Still, if you have any doubt, any suggestion, you can type your suggestions, your doubts in the comment section. And don't worry, I'll try my level best to reply on each and every comment. And I'll try to include all the suggestions in my upcoming sessions itself. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Good luck.